Well, good afternoon. So, I was communing with the plants last night and I had a very strong feeling I needed to come back here to the burial ground. So it's exactly a week ago today that we were all gathered here and we buried Joyce. And what was different from this burial from my dad's is with my dad's we did the job ourselves, we filled in the hole and it felt complete. And in fact, I've never been back in the 10 years. That was the other really interesting thing, is actually, my dad died 10 years ago, almost to the exact day my mum died. So that was really kind of interesting, significant little thing to notice. But what it was about this one is that the weather had been so bad here that the landowner had asked us not to actually fill in the grave ourselves, but to leave them to do it. And when we got here, we could see why. So that means that I didn't actually feel like the job had been completed, because I wasn't actually there when the grave was filled in. So I thought, well, the answer to that is come out today. And we did indeed leave an apple tree, which would be planted there, because that's the point of a woodland burial, is it's out of the nutrients from the corpse actually arises new life in terms of the plants. So let me see if I can find out where it is. And I can see it very clearly, yes. Here we go. So it happens to be a particularly beloved variety of tree, beloved by both my parents. It's called the James Grieve. So that is a James Grieve apple tree, and that is the grave filled in, and it's got some little narcissi growing on there as well. So I'm very glad I did come back here, because now that I've seen this, experience feels complete. And it's been such a strange journey, this, because the first person that really impacted me big time who died was the woman I married, Cinder. And it took me 2 to 3 years to process that experience. And then when I split up with a particular partner, that also took 2 to 3 years. And then when my dad died, that was definitely much quicker processing. And when my sister died, that was a quicker processing still. And I feel actually, although only a week of time has gone by, I actually feel like the process is completed, which is extraordinarily quick for me. And I'm actually very surprised that this is the case, but I've got this very strong sense now that my life is about to take off, new directions, doing things I have never done before, and doing things which I am very familiar with and love very much. So I'm very grateful to be here today. It really does feel like a completion, and that's actually an important thing when you get the sense of completion in your life. Very, very powerful indeed. And the other reason to say is, how come it's been so quick to process? Well, it's because I've been very fortunate. I haven't had to go out to work. I haven't had to be responsible for anyone. Even my partner is in Tenerife off the West African coast looking after her dad. So I've not had anyone to consider at all except myself, which means I've been able to be completely free with my processing, been able to feel everything fully, be awake, be asleep, whenever time of day or night, completely do my own thing. That's been a big part of it. And the other thing is I had a really strong depression. That was also really significant. And the wonderful thing about depression is if you surrender to a depression, especially a really big black depression, the sort that Winston Churchill used to write about, if you surrender utterly to a black depression, it moves very quickly indeed. So in a sense, I'm feeling great gratitude to myself, to the plants, to the guides, the helpers, all those in my life, my family, my friends, because I feel somehow everything's worked out just right, and it's been so appropriate that I've had so little human communication in this time directly. It's been such a helpful thing, and I'm very much looking forward to the next phase. Whereas if you'd asked me a week ago, a month ago, a year ago, I would have thought, well, I don't know what you're talking about. I am not there yet. I'm not in a position to be able to look at anything else at all. I'm immersed in what I'm doing. And now it is something I can truly recognise as done. Move on. So, very exciting. And you'll be hearing from me shortly, I'm sure. So thank you very much for coming with me. And just a big shout out to Crossways Wooden Burials, and the link is in the description. If you've got someone to bury and you live in Devon, I recommend them highly. Much love.